Now that we got our file formatted for the ebook, it's time to upload it to Kindle Direct Publishing. Now this process is fairly straightforward and easy, but it is a bit time consuming. I'm not saying that it's going to take it like hours to do it, and it took me about 20 minutes. Well, I'm Michael with WriterSanctuary, and today we're going to be taking a look at how to upload your book to Kdp. I want to assume that you have a Kindle Direct Publishing account, and if not, you might want to sign one up. But if you do, go ahead and access your Kdp screen, and from here you should default to your bookshelf. Now what we're going to do is you're going to click on the Kindle eBook. We'll do paperbacks and hardcovers later, but for now we're just working on our ebook. So click on the ebook button, and this will take you to Kindle ebook details. Now these details are what you need to fill out for your book. So the language that you're using, your book title, a subtitle if you have one, like I did with my book title was A Freelancer's Tale, and the subtitle was Becoming a Freelancer While Dealing with Depression, yada yada yada. You can create a series if you have a series of books planned out, an edition number if you'd like to add one, which I don't. The author details, your first and last name. Contributors if you have other people who helped you write the book. And then the description. Now, the description of your book is searchable in Amazon. So you want to focus on certain key phrases that you might want to trigger if somebody's looking for a specific type of book. Like I think I added textbook as a keyword because I do go over how I succeeded on textbooker. So all of this, you got 4,000 characters remaining. You don't need to use them all. Just try to flesh it out a bit so it's easier to be searched in Amazon. Publishing rights, I own the copyright. If you add anything that's public domain, you have to click that. So if you ever have any questions on anything, just hover over it. Keywords, these are keywords you don't want to use in your description. So the description is searchable in Amazon, but so are the keywords. So I didn't add textbooker at all in this, but I did add it as a keyword down here below. And if you typed in textbooker in Amazon, my book will come up. So you want to use key phrases that are relevant to your book that aren't necessarily in the description. Then you got categories. You can select up to 2 categories regarding your book, fiction, nonfiction, all this other good stuff. They all expand, so you can go a little bit deeper if you have to. Wow, there's a lot of different categories. So find 2 that fit your book. The age grade range. My book, I set it for 18 and over. If you're planning on writing children's books, then you might want to adjust that accordingly. The same with the grade. In the US, we have grades from preschool all the way up to 12th grade. So if you're writing books specifically for certain grade levels, this is great for teachers who want to do print out their own books for students. Pick what grade that you're looking for, and you set a minimum and a maximum. And then you can also enable pre-order. Now, I didn't bother with the pre-order thing, mostly because I just wanted it out immediately, but you can plan out release dates and make it a big hoopla if you want. It's a great marketing tool, but for my first one, I really didn't care, so I just kept it as default. Then you save and continue. Now, I don't have any information on a new ebook, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what mine looks like from the ebook content and the pricing perspective. So I'm going to continue without saving. I'm going to scroll down, and if you ever have to make any adjustments in your books that are there, just hit the 3 dots over here, and I'm going to hit Edit Ebook Content. You can edit these things at any point. You probably don't want to change too much, though, because people have already bought the book. You don't want to disappoint anybody. Okay, so the manuscript. Digital rights management. You can enable DRM for the ebook, which prevents people from copying. I didn't, but I can't remember why. But anyway, upload your book manuscript. Okay, so Kindle Direct Publishing supports DocX, EPUB, and KPF. Okay, so this wasn't there last time, so they made some changes. Before, they only showed EPUB, Mobi, DocX, and doc files. So they do mention that you can save it as KPF nowadays, and no longer support files in Mobi format. Oh, see, they didn't have all that information before. Oh, fuckers. Anyway, so upload your ebook manuscript, and as you can see, that is not. Oh, that is the right one. Okay, so this is the right one for the ebook. I had to change a few things for the paperback, and I'll go over that when I do the video for the paperback. But when you upload the ebook manuscript, they'll verify the book itself, the formatting. They'll do the spell check. So if you if you followed the video for the Kindle Create that I did, this is where you'd upload that file. Then you put your ebook cover. This is the one where we did for the Canva, when we did the video on setting up the Canva ebook cover video that I did, where I showed you exactly how I made this image here. And you can upload it, or you can use the cover creator from Kdp. Now, the cover creator is kind of a pain in the ass. It works, but not as well as you'd hope. It's limited. So that's why I'd rather create the ebook cover in Canva, because I have access to a whole ton of features and stuff that Kindle just does not have in the cover creator. So this is where you upload your cover file, and then once it's uploaded successfully, you get the message there. Here you can launch the previewer for Kindle. And what this does is shows you what your book will look like on a mobile device. Of course, this is the vertical, then you got the horizontal view, and then you can flip through it and see the different pages that are there. This is how roughly it'll look like on those kind of devices. And you can also change the font sizes, the type of device that people are using. You can jump to specific the table of contents, so like the cover. We can look at NCX view. We can go down to any one of these chapters. Let's say right there. That's what it will look like from there. So there's all kinds of ways you can take a look at your book using the preview option. But when you're done, you just hit the back button. And then we can add in the ISBN. Now, if you don't need an ISBN for the ebook, you do need one for the paperback. And I'll show you how to do that in the next video. And it's actually fairly easy. It's just one-click thing. You get a free ISBN from Amazon. So publisher, do not ever put Amazon as your publisher ever. This is optional, and if the book has an actual publisher, this is where you'd want to put it. Amazon is not the publisher. Technically, you are. Then you can go to, once that's done, you either look down here at the bottom, you can save and continue, which I don't think I made any changes. I should be okay. Hopefully that doesn't screw my book up. If it does, it's not like I can't go back and fix it. Okay, so the book pricing here. You can do the Kdp Select enrollment. Now I haven't done that because Kdp Select means that your book is only available on Amazon, and I plan on publishing my book on Barnes & Noble as well as anywhere else I can find a place to upload the book. So I did not enroll in Kdp Select. I might do that with some of my future books, but for now, I want to be flexible with where I can stick my book. Territories, obviously, all territories, I'm making it worldwide. You can select it specific for specific locations, which I don't worry about. The primary marketplace. Now, Amazon.com is like the default. That's where everything goes. But if you're in the UK, France, I mean, you got a big long list of everywhere Amazon's available. Obviously, you'd want to pick the one that is relevant to your location. Here in the States, we're just doing Amazon.com. Then you got your price, royalty, and distribution. So here's where you can set the prices of all your books. All of these will fill in automatically when you start plugging in how much your price is per book on Amazon.com. So in this instance, I made it $4.99. You can set it for 35% or 70%. I chose the 70% route because then I get the lion's share of it. But the 35%, if you claim less, you have access to a whole bunch of other marketing things that could get your book out there faster, but there's no guarantee anybody's going to buy or read your book. So at the moment, for this small book, I went ahead and went with a maximum, but if you want, you can change it and get access to a whole bunch of other good stuff, like being able to earn through the Kdp Select platform, which it probably has some validity to it, but this is my first book and I just really didn't care at the moment. Like I said, I want to be able to slap it on Barnes & Noble. You can't do that with Kdp Select, according to what I read. So I still have to do a bit of research on that, but I'm fairly sure that's where it is. Book lending. If you have it at 70%, book lending is mandatory. So it's going to be locked. This means that people can share your book across platforms for 14 days. Yeah, right there. So that's, yeah, you know, I don't care. Terms and conditions, yada, yada, yada. That's all the good stuff. You might want to read that at some point. But there you go. That's pretty much all there is to it. A lot of it is going to be personal preference. You're going to have to figure out what you want to do on it. Because I can stop flipping around. I'm going to go back to my bookshelf now. Continue without saving. But like I said, the whole process of setting up your book on KDP is actually fairly quick. Or not quick, but it's fairly easy. Like I said, it took me between, I think, around 25 minutes total is what it took for me to upload everything. And it did take around 4 hours before my book went from in review to live, because it went from in review to publishing to live, and that whole span took 4 hours. But the actual adding the information to KDP was pretty quick and easy. So what kind of books do you plan on publishing? Right now I'm in the middle of writing my fantasy horror book that I plan on hopefully being done by February of next year. And I might do a follow-up to A Freelancer's Tale and kind of break down exactly what I did for content mills and how I was so successful on them. But I know the sky's the limit. I mean, you can pretty much publish whatever the hell you want as long as you follow Amazon's guidelines. So I can just write book after book. The hardest part's going to be marketing them, because no one's going to buy something if they don't know it exists. And that's going to be future videos. And don't forget that The Freelancer's Tale is available for both ebook and paperback versions on Amazon right now. The link is in the description down below. If you find the video informative, hit that like button. For more videos about self-publishing, freelance writing, text broker, WordPress, or anything else I cover, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. I think it's going to do it for me today. I'll see you next time.